and a robust parking space that could accommodate up to 40 cars. No wonder we earned the name Mimi Secondus in hospitality business in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital. Our facilities that are provided in the hotel for your comfort includes access to internet facility with your laptop, standard restaurant, DSTV, executive bar, ready bar for public use, laundry services, conference hall for up to 150 people, car hire services, and car wash. The hotel has various categories of apartments ranging from standard rooms, deluxe rooms, executive deluxe rooms, micro suites, and presidential suites for families who want to be home away from home. Micron International Suites is located at number 1 Wale Ogunbowale Close off General Gazo Crescent, opposite Legislators Quarters, GRA Ibarra, Abeokuta, Ogun State. For contact and booking inquiries, 070-3593-0679, 070-6374-3939. Micron International Suites, luxury to pamper you.
Election 2019 is here.
This is a clarion call to all Nigerians by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. On February 16, 2019, presidential and National Assembly elections will be conducted nationwide. Similarly, on March 2nd, 2019, governorship and state assembly elections will take place. INEC is committed to making the 2019 general elections the best we have ever had. Credible persons are being recruited and trained to handle polling units and collection centers at all levels. Our card readers have been upgraded and will be deployed to all polling units to prevent voter impersonation. We will involve technology in the conduct of elections to prevent fraud. Your vote will count. Join us with the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. Let's make Nigeria proud. This message is from the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. INEC, making your votes count, consolidating our democracy.
Nta Seats and Event Center. Our unique features include a sparkling crystal bar, executive conference hall, a tasty delight restaurant, stop and shop center, a fair view relaxation garden, all-purpose event center, exotic accommodation with free internet browsing and standard swimming pool. For bookings and inquiries, contact us at Majek Campbell Close, off Quarry Road, Post Office, Ibarra, Abeokuta, Ogun State, or call 0803-115-5101, 0805-107-5663. Nta Seats and Event Center, simply excellent.
Àkókò ìsinmi ọdún rèé, StarTimes sì mọ̀ wípé ẹ ó ti máa pòǹgbẹ ìgbádùn. Ìdí rèé táwa náà fi máa fún yín ní ìgbádùn àwọn ìtàn mánigbàgbé lákòókò yìí. Bí ẹ bá ṣe ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú àjẹtẹ́nu àwọn ìtàn amúnúsọkútù wọ̀wọ̀, la ó máa gbọ́ àbọ̀ àwọn àwòyánú ìtàn amúnirú kí ni ó ṣẹlẹ̀, òun kàyéfì lóríṣiríṣi fún yín. Pabambarì ibẹ̀ làwọn eré amúnirẹ́rìn tàkìtì lórí àga. Kò wá tán síbẹ̀ o, a ó tún fi èrè kún fún yín pẹ̀lú àwọn eré ìtàgé òun ìfẹ́ tọ́kàn yín fẹ́ gangan. Ẹ sanwó oṣù méjì kẹ́ ẹ kó fáìlàjì nínú owó oṣù kejì, ìyẹn gangan nìtẹ́lọ́rùn StarTimes. Nítorí náà, lákòókò ìsinmi ọdún yìí, wá fún ara rẹ, ẹbí àtọ̀rẹ́ lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ìgbádùn pẹ̀lú àwọn ààyò tó tiwantiwa àti tòkè òkun. Bẹ̀rẹ̀ látọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kejìlá ọdún 2018 títí di ọjọ́ kọkànlélọ́gbọ̀n oṣù kìíní ọdún 2019. StarTimes, jẹ̀gbádùn ayé ìdí.
Abeokuta, solid as the rock.
On the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari in Ibadan promised to consolidate on infrastructural development across the country. Children urged to combine knowledge, discipline for greater, brighter, guaranteed future. Low participation characterized this month's environmental sanitation exercise. Thanks for joining us on the Channel 12 News. I am Abisola Pedro Adeyemi. Now the news. President Muhammadu Buhari has promised to consolidate on infrastructural development across the country if re-elected in the February 16th elections. The president said this when he visited Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, for the continuation of his presidential campaign ahead of next month's election. Ayomiko Ajibola has details. President Muhammadu Buhari has promised to strengthen security apparatus and agencies to curtail insecurity in the country, especially in the Northeast, if re-elected in the February 16th presidential election.
Mosques, motor parks, and marketplaces. On the economy, we are very lucky. God had our prayers. The rainy season, the 3 rainy seasons previous ones were good. And government has done its best by providing fertilizer throughout the country at half the price it used to be. On fighting corruption and bribery, we are doing our best. Under this system, people have to be investigated and then prosecuted. We are doing our best. What I assure you, that whoever is found with appropriate public funds will be brought before the law. I sincerely congratulate you for electing APC governor of recent.
The president made the promise at All Progressives Congress APC State Presidential Campaign Rally in Osogbo, the Osun State capital, while promising to consolidate on his achievements in the last 3.5 years. President Buhari reminded Nigerians the condition his administration met the country and the progress made so far. The president, who congratulated the people of Osun State for re-electing an APC governor, added that Boko Haram activities had dominated major parts of the Northeast before they were recently defeated. On their part, the Vice President, Yemi Osinbajo, and the National Chairman of the party, Adams Oshiomhole, called on the people to vote President Buhari due to his track records. Voter education and enlightenment on the need for violence-free general elections continue to form the thrust of the campaign messages of Ogun State Governor Ibikunle Amosun as he takes territorial campaign to Abeokuta South local government area. Lekon Agbonde has details. The Ogun State government says it will continue to play its roles to guarantee security of lives and property of residents before, during, and after the forthcoming general elections. The governor, Ibikunle Amosun, stated this at the first security summit organized by Police Community Relations Committee (PCRC) Southwest Zone. Correspondent Akim Jimo's report is here presented.
As the forthcoming general election approaches, major players in the electioneering process continue to chart the way forward for a free, fair, credible, and violence-free election. With the theme Security Beyond 2019 General Elections, the Role of the Electorate, the first Southwest Security Summit was organized by the Police Community Relations Committee in the zone to brainstorm on the need for peaceful polls. The Ogun State Governor, who was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, Taiwo Adeoluwa, described the summit as apt, promising that government will continue to guarantee the safety of lives and property of residents before, during, and after the elections.
As we approach the forthcoming elections, we must all understand that we cannot rest all our moments. We must recognize that each other's vigilance is important at this critical time of our national history. We need to ensure that we all join hands to ensure the safety of life and property of our people. Let me say that security is a global issue.
For other actors, security should be everybody's business, calling on Nigerians to be vigilant of people that may want to hijack the process.
We that want to have a good security plan for election and after election. So they want to continue to enjoy the good service of Nigerian police and other security agencies across Nigeria.
I thank the Ogun State government for giving very good support for the PCRC, and we pledge that we will not disappoint you, Madam.
They have to protect the electorate. We need to protect materials. We need to protect our officials. We need to make sure that we create a conducive atmosphere for everybody to participate in the process, both voters and officials. That's why I think they have a very significant role to play.
There's no alternative to peace, and sustainable peace can aid sustainable development. So it is coming at a no better time than now that we are just few weeks away from the election, is to acquaint stakeholders on the need to re-emphasize on the impact of security and why all of us must have our hands on deck to protect what belongs to every one of us.
The representatives of other sister security agencies and civil society organizations also participated at the summit.
Still on electoral matters, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, in collaboration with the European Center for Electoral Support, have organized a train-the-trainers workshop for security personnel to assist them in the necessary skills to handle security breach during the forthcoming general elections. Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports that the electoral umpire says it will continue to form a strong synergy with all relevant stakeholders in the conduct of a free, fair, and credible polls.
Conducting a free and credible election requires a peaceful environment devoid of threat to lives and property. This cannot be achieved without security agencies. Therefore, the sector have critical roles in securing the electoral process in view of reported cases of security breaches in some parts of the country. This meeting provides an avenue to rub minds with security agencies on how best to conduct peaceful 2019 elections.
By the grace of God, on 16 February 2019, when we'll be having the presidential elections, I don't think we have major security challenges.
Chairman of INEC, Professor Makubu, represented by Solomon Adedeji, says the 2019 general elections is key under democratic dispensation, hence the need to get it right.
We cannot keep on referring to our democracy as nascent again. It has become an adult democracy. So we can't keep on talking about experimenting. We should just do empathy on adoption of the system.
The issue of security is indeed very complex in a vast country like Nigeria. The election personnel and materials have to be deployed across large expanses of land and across sometimes difficult terrain. It's therefore a matter of consolation that INEC has taken a major step forward in enhancing the security of the 2019 elections.
It is expected that the training will improve the skills and strengthen the commitment of security agencies to respond to cases of security threat before, during, and after the 2019 elections. Mohammed Rabiu Ali.
Matters. The Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosun, has advised children to combine knowledge with discipline for a greater and brighter future. The governor gave the advice in his message to the January edition of Nta Abeokuta monthly Zodiac Children's Birthday Party. Governor Musun is also a celebrant, was represented by the Secretary to the State Government, also born in January, Barrister Taiwo Adeolua. The governor urged the kids to face their studies and have respect for elders, equip themselves with necessary skills to be able to contribute their quota to the development of the state and Nigeria at large. The general manager, Nta Abeokuta Fumi Wakama, reminded parents of the need to renew their commitment towards children's welfare, including their health, well-being, and sound education.
First and foremost, pay good attention to their studies. That is number one. Two, you must look around them and look for good mentors, people they can look up to and say, in future I want to be like this person. And that's why you see that we bring this caliber of people that we bring, so that they have things to look up to. Those ones will come, tell them their experiences, and hey, at some time we were like you, but look at us today. So that gives them something to aspire to.
The January edition of the monthly sanitation exercise was held across Ogun State, though with low level of compliance, as the restriction on vehicular and human movement were minimal. Correspondent Lukman Adefeso moved around the Abeokuta metropolis, and his report is here presented.
The regular monthly sanitation in Ogun State no doubt is yielding the desired result, as the state is not only getting cleaner, but the outbreak of disease has not been recorded. The January edition of the monthly sanitation was held, but enforcement of the sanitation law was not fully enforced, as major roads that used to be barricaded were freed except for Ibadan Under Bridge, Lafinwa, and some few places. Majority of Abeokuta residents were seen carrying jerry cans across the road, queuing around public water supply in their area. Some residents who spoke off camera noted that since there have been scarcity of water in the metropolis, they are utilizing the opportunity of the water supply to get it for their domestic use. Residents speak on what they have done in cleaning the environment.
At Abeokuta, that environment is clean at Ogun State. All the environmental time, I do it. This place are putting me there. So if you want to come pack all these things, put there. All person come from around to come and put another one there again. So I need one person to stay there, to pick anybody, put anything there.
They advised other residents to desist from this discriminate dumping of refuse.
You're watching Channel 12 News live on Nta Abeokuta. There'll be more news after this time out. Do stay tuned. Welcome back and thanks for staying tuned. Now entertainment news. 30 students get free jam forms from singer Niniola. For details on entertainment news, let's join Bokat Mom.
Singer Nta Abeokuta, famously known as Niniola, has earned the respect of many social media users after she revealed that she recently purchased joint admission and matriculation board forms for 30 Nigerian students. The 32-year-old singer shared the news on her social media page, where she stated that she took the initiative through the platform of her foundation, Adopt a Child's Education. Akpata shared a screenshot of the printed copy of names of the beneficiaries. Niniola reviewed her plans to live up her father's legacy, who was well known for contributing to the growth of education by advocating for its standards in the country. And that's all on entertainment news. I am Bokat Moon.
Shawty want $1 million.
And that's our bit for now. We thank you so much for watching.
Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari ti fi dá àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lójú pé òun yóò túbọ̀ mú ìpèsè wọn amúlùúdùn lọ́kùnkúndùn tóun bá padà wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Wọ́n ti rọ àwọn ògo wẹrẹ kí wọ́n ṣàmúlò àkójọpọ̀ ìmọ̀ àti ìwà ọmọlúàbí kí wọ́n lè dé ibi gíga lọ́jọ́ iwájú. Àwọn aráàlú kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ kọbi ara sí ètò gbálégbàtà ti oṣù yìí. Ẹ kú kalẹ̀ fún mi Láyọ̀ Pátọ́lá ní oníròyìn ìròyìn ọ̀hún rèé. Aláṣẹ Muhammadu Buhari òun ló ti ṣe ìlérí wípé òun yóò túbọ̀ mọ́lé ìpìlẹ̀ ìpèsè ohun amúlùúdùn tó gíríkì eléyìí tí òun dágbálé ní sáà àkọ́kọ́ tí òun wà yìí wípé tí òun bá fi lè wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí aláṣẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí òun yóò túbọ̀ tẹ́ńpẹ́lẹ́ mọ́ ìpèsè ohun amúlùúdùn ní ilẹ̀ wa Nàìjíríà. Aláṣẹ ló fọwọ́ yìí sọ̀yà fún àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nígbà tí ẹgbẹ́ ìṣèlú All Progressives Congress APC tí wọ́n gbé ìpolongo ìbò fún ipò aláṣẹ lọ sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àti ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun nílùú Ìbàdàn àti Òṣogbo. Òun náà ló ti fọwọ́ èyí sọ̀yà nígbà tó ń ṣèlérí pé òun yóò túbọ̀ mọ́lé àṣeyọrí tóun ní ní sáà yìí. Aláṣẹ Buhari rán àwọn ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè gbogbo létí pé ìjọba òun kò ní bùrẹ̀yìn láti wá ohun tó ń jẹ́ ìlọsíwájú fún orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Aláṣẹ náà kí àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀ṣun kú oríire fún yíyàn tí wọ́n yan gómìnà tó jẹ́ ọmọ oyè láti inú ẹgbẹ́ náà. Bákan náà ló ṣe láfikún wípé àwọn yóò rí wípé àwọn lẹ́yìn àwọn onínàmọ̀nàmọ́ni tí wọ́n ń dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ ìyẹn Boko Haram. Ó sọ wípé ní ti igbákejì aláṣẹ ìyẹn Yẹmí Ọ̀ṣínbàjò tóun náà sọ̀rọ̀ níbi àpérò ọ̀hún. Ó ní àwọn ṣetán láti ṣe àṣeyọrí tó làmìlaka tí àwọn bá fi lè padà wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí i. Ètò ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tó rinlẹ̀ fún àwọn aráàlú àti gbogbo àwọn tó nípìn lọ́rọ̀ ètò ìdìbò tí ó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà òun náà ló jẹ́ ohun tó gbòde kan báyìí tó sì jẹ́ lájorí kókó ọ̀rọ̀ eléyìí tí gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn tí ó máa ń mẹ́nu lé tí ó bá ti gbé àwọn ìpolongo ìdìbò rẹ̀ lọ sí àwọn agbègbè kọ̀ọ̀kan tó ń lọ. Òní ní ọpọ́n ìpolongo náà ló ṣíkan ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Gúúsù Abẹ́òkúta. Akọ̀ròyìn wa ń ṣe àkójọpọ̀ ìròyìn náà lọ́wọ́ ẹ máa gbọ́. Ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ti sọ wípé òun yóò tẹ̀síwájú láti sa ipá òun takuntakun gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe tó àti bó ṣe yẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ ètò ààbò ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá àwọn èèyàn ìpínlẹ̀ yìí lásìkò ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀. Nígbà tí ìdìbò bá parí tán, gómìnà Ìbíkúnlé Amósùn òun náà ló sọ yìí níbi àpérò tí wọ́n ṣe pẹ̀lú iléeṣẹ́ ọlọ́pàá lórí ọ̀nà tí ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ lọ́nà yóò fi kẹsẹ̀ járí tí kò sì ní sí kọ́nu kọ̀họ̀. Akọ̀ròyìn wa Akeem Jimoh ló bá wọn wà níbẹ̀. Ẹgbọ́n ohun tó mú padà bọ̀ sílé síwájú sí i látẹnu Kẹ́mi Ọ̀rúnṣolú Síkírù. bí ètò ìdìbò gbogbogbò ti súnmọ́ tán gbogbo àwọn tí ọ̀rọ̀ kàn nínú ètò náà ni wọ́n ti ń gbáradì fún ètò ìdìbò tí yóò lọ gerege tí kò sì ní kọ́nu-kọ̀họ nínú pẹ̀lú àkòrí tí wọ́n pè ní ètò ààbò tó kọjá àkókò ètò ìdìbò àti ipa tí àwọn olùdìbò yóò kó. Ètò àpérò PCRC náà ni ó wáyé láti jíròrò lórí ètò ìdìbò alálàáfíà. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ẹni tí akọ̀wé àgbà fún ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ṣojú fún ọ̀gbẹ́ni Nta Abeokuta ṣàlàyé pé àpérò náà jẹ́ èyí tó bọ́ sí àkókò tó yẹ bí ó ti ṣe ìlérí pé ààbò yóò wà fún ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá gbogbo olùgbé ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn sí àwọn mìíràn tí wọ́n wà ní ìkàlẹ̀ fún àpérò náà. Ètò ààbò gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ ojúṣe olúkálùkù bí ó ti sọ pé kí ẹnìkọ̀ọ̀kan rí dájú pé wọ́n ṣe ojúṣe wọn ní ojú lalákàn fi ṣọ́rí ní àkókò ìdìbò. Àwọn aṣojú elétò ààbò gbogbo ni ó wà níkàlẹ̀ fún ètò àpérò náà. Kẹ́mi Ọ̀húnṣolú Síkírù ló ti jábọ̀ ìròyìn fún iléeṣẹ́ Nta Abeokuta.
Iléeṣẹ́ elétò ìdìbò àpapọ̀ ilẹ̀ wa ìyẹn INEC òun náà ni ó ti ní àjọṣepọ̀ tó dán mọ́rán láti wá ọ̀nà eléyìí tí ìdìbò ilẹ̀ wa tí yóò fi kẹ́sẹ̀ járí tí wọ́n sì ń foríkorí pẹ̀lú àjọ ilẹ̀ òkèèrè tí wọ́n fi ń ṣe ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ fún àwọn òṣìṣẹ́ elétò ààbò léyìí tí wọn yóò fi dènà fàákájà àbí ìfẹ̀míṣòfò kí ìdìbò kó tó dé lásìkò ìdìbò àti ní ẹ̀yìn rẹ̀. Èyí òun náà ni wọ́n ń gbéyẹ̀wò gẹ́gẹ́ bí akọ̀ròyìn wa Mohammed Rabiu Ali bí ó ṣe jábọ̀ rẹ̀ fún ni wípé gbogbo àwọn tó nípìn lọ́rọ̀ ètò ààbò lásìkò ìdìbò òun náà ni wọ́n jọ fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ láti rí pé wọ́n gbé àwọn ìgbésẹ̀ tó tọ́ àti ìtóyẹ láti mú kí ètò ìdìbò tó ń bọ̀ kó jẹ́ èyí tí kò ní ní wàhálà rárá tí yóò sì wáyé láìsí awúrúju tàbí ìdálọ́wọ́kọ́ kankan. Gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn Ìbíkúnlé Amósò òun ló ti gba àwọn ògo wẹrẹ gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè yìí pàápàá ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn lámọ̀ràn wípé kí wọ́n ṣe àmúlò àdìpọ̀ ìmọ̀ ọgbọ́n àti òye tó fi mọ́ ìwà ọmọlúàbí kí wọ́n bá lè dé ibi gíga ní ọjọ́ iwájú. Gómìnà ló fún wọn ní àmọ̀ràn yìí nínú iṣẹ́ tó rán síbi àkọ́ṣe ti ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ ìbí olóṣooṣù ti àwọn ọmọ eléyìí tí iléeṣẹ́ Nta Abeokuta tí ó gbé kalẹ̀ tí ó jẹ́ àkọ́kọ́ nínú ọdún yìí tí wọ́n pè ní Zodiac Children's Birthday Party. Gómìnà Amósò ẹni tí ó jẹ́ ọmọ oṣù kínní ọdún ìyẹn tàbí nínú oṣù kínní ọdún tí a wà yìí òun náà ni akọ̀wé ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ yìí tóun náà jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí oṣù kínní ọdún yìí ìyẹn barista Táíwò Adéolúwa ló ṣojú fún òun náà ló sì gbẹnu rẹ̀ sọ àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ àmọ̀ràn yìí. Gómìnà rọ àwọn èwe náà kí wọ́n gbájúmọ́ ìwé wọn dáadáa kí wọ́n sì rí i pé wọ́n bọ̀wọ̀ fágbà. Ó ní yàtọ̀ sí èyí kí wọ́n rí i pé wọ́n ní ìmọ̀ tó tọ́ àti ìtóyẹ kí wọ́n sì máa ṣe ohun tó tọ́ àti ohun tó dára tó lè mú wọn wà ní ipò aṣáájú lẹ́yìn wá ọ̀la níbi tí àwọn náà yóò fi lè kó ipa tó tọ́ àti ìtóyẹ tí yóò mú ìdàgbàsókè tó lóòrìn bá ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn àti àwùjọ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà lápapọ̀. Ọ̀gá àgbà iléeṣẹ́ Nta Abeokuta arábìnrin Fúnmi Wàkámà òun náà rán àwọn òbí àti àwọn alágbàtọ́ gbogbo létí pé kí wọ́n rí i pé wọ́n mú ojúṣe wọn lórí àwọn ọmọ àti àgbàbọ̀ wọn ní bàdà kí wọ́n pèsè fún àwọn ẹ̀mí wọn kí wọ́n sì rí i pé ìlera àwọn ọmọ náà àti ètò ẹ̀kọ́ tó yè kooro ó jẹ àwọn òbí wọ̀nyí lógún. Bákan náà ló náà tún rọ àwọn ògo wẹrẹ náà wípé kí wọ́n rí i pé wọ́n jẹ́ ọmọ rere wọ́n sì gbájúmọ́ ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wọn kí àwọn náà bá lè di ẹni ńlá lẹ́yìn wá ọ̀la. Ètò gbálégbàta olóṣooṣù ti oṣù yìí òun náà ni ó ti wáyé káàkiri ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn ṣùgbọ́n àkíyèsí akọ̀ròyìn wa ni wípé àwọn ọkọ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan àti àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ń ṣe àtàrétarè bọ́ sí àwọn ibì kan lásìkò tó yẹ kí wọ́n wà nílé láti máa ṣe ètò ìmọ́tótó náà. Akọ̀ròyìn wa nípìn ànádífẹ̀sọ̀ tó lọ káàkiri àwọn agbègbè kan láàrin ìlú Abẹ́òkúta òun ló jábọ̀ ìròyìn náà. Ó ní yàtọ̀ sí bó ṣe máa ń rí tí gbogbo títì máa ń dá páfe fún ọkọ̀ àti àwọn èèyàn tó ń lọ tó ń bọ̀. Ó ní ti oṣù yìí kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nítorí pé ńṣe ni àwọn kan ni wọ́n ń gbé garawa àti kẹ́ẹ̀gì tí wọ́n wá omi káàkiri eléyìí tó sì jẹ́ kó di mímọ̀ wípé àwọn èèyàn kò fi bẹ́ẹ̀ bìkítà fún ètò gbálégbàtà ti oṣù yìí. Wọ́n ní ètò náà tí ó ti ń wáyé ló jẹ́ wípé ó ti mú àdínkù bá àrùn ní àwùjọ wa bákan náà ló sì ń jẹ́ kí àyíká kó rẹwà kó sì mọ́ nítónítóní nítorí pé àwọn èèyàn wọ́n ti mọ ètò gbálégbàtà lóṣooṣù náà wọ́n sì ti mú ní ọ̀kúnkúndùn nígbà tí àwọn èèyàn náà wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ kí ló mú wọn máa rìn kiri lásìkò yìí. Wọ́n ní ọ̀pọ̀ ìgbà ni àwọn kò ti rí omi lò tí àwọn sì gbúrò pé bóyá ó ń yọ níbì kan èyí náà ló mú kó wá wọn láti mórílé ibi tí wọ́n gbọ́ wípé omi ti ń yọ ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ṣèlérí pé àwọn yóò máa ṣe ojúṣe àwọn gẹ́gẹ́ bó ṣe tọ́ àti bó ṣe yẹ kí àwùjọ ilẹ̀ wa kí ó lè wà ní tónítóní. Bákan náà ni wọ́n gbà wọ́n lámọ̀ràn kí wọ́n yé da ilẹ̀ dé ojú ọ̀gbàrá níwọ̀n bí òjò ti ṣẹ̀ ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí kó má bàa tú sí omíyalé àgbàrá ya ṣọ́ọ̀bù. tó ìròyìn wa fún ti àkókò yìí kò ní jù báyìí lọ ẹ pàdé wa fún ìròyìn lákọ̀tun mo kí yín ẹ kú kalẹ̀.